I got to salute you because I love the way that you highlighted the impact that coronavirus was having on the Black community. And, you can't talk about that without, talking about the pre-existing medical conditions, how we have less access to healthcare. And we can't talk about it without talking about the greatest disease America has never found a cure for, which is systemic racism. So how do we fix that?
The reason I highlighted the issue with the African American community, minorities in general, but predominantly the African American community, is that so many of the things that are founded in varying degrees of racism over decades and decades, going back to the shameful area of slavery, has in fact now created sociological conditions that put African Americans in situations of economic, employment, living conditions that immediately put them at risk of being in a situation where it's more difficult for them to even avoid infection. The other thing is that because of those conditions, African Americans, and it isn't genetic, that's nonsense to say it's genetic, African Americans have a higher degree of hypertension, obesity, asthma, all of those kinds of things that are preconditions that if you do get infected, you wind up having a worse outcome. When we get out of this, maybe it'll be a way to shine a real spotlight on another deleterious effect of systemic racism and systemic neglect of a very important demographic group in our society. Hopefully people will take a look again and say, yet again, we're having difficulties that are disproportionately impacting a certain group of people through no fault of their own. So maybe there'll be some, if you want to call it a silver lining, but something good to come of this, to show even in a disease like COVID, you wind up getting the short end of the stick.
So with that said, who are you voting for in November?
I don't speak about that.
I can't hear you.